Good morning, YouTube. Anyway, yeah, so here we go. What you're about to see is only a half-ass attempt at what I'm doing because my SD card filled up, and that was the end of that. So what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting holes in the side of the boards on the baler because I'm going to plug weld the 3/8 pieces of flat plate steel onto that, and then to extend the boards. What I've done is I've laminated 3 pieces of steel. I don't know if I showed that on the video at the end of this or not, but so what I did was I cut 30-inch pieces of steel, 4 inches wide and 30 inches long, 3/8 of an inch thick. And I ran those pieces of steel 14 inches back into the boards, and I cut like an inch and a quarter circles or plugs out of the boards, ground them on the outside. The inside I had to knock the crap out of it so that it would lay flat and flush. And then just plug welded them, filled in the gaps and ground them down, as you'll see here and there. You'll see grinders. There goes Dad. And then what I did then was I took 3/16 inch 4 by 3/16 inch flat steel, and I butted it up against the existing board in the back, and then just tack welded it on there. And then after that, I took the 4-foot long, what some people call waffle plate, or diamond plate is what we call it here in the United States, and welded that fast. And then after I was done welding them all fast, I spent hours just laying beads of weld down from the vertical, horizontals, at the ends, and made it all nice and tight, which extended 2 feet into the bale chamber and 2 feet out the back of the bale chamber, giving me a total of 10 foot of bale chamber over the previous 8 feet of bale chamber. This baler is in the field, and it is producing bales of hay that are quite heavy. I would like them to be just a tiny little bit heavier than what they are, and we are working on that now because I'm just learning how to make it work. But anyways, hope you enjoy the rest of this video because my SD card runs out. Gonna work? Yeah, it's gonna work. Okay, so I've been working at this thing. My battery or SD card got full, so I had to we've all been working at this thing. Had this lovely stench of rotten soybeans and mouse piss inside of those holes. Apparently the mice decided that they would pack old soybeans into these tubes, and yeah, so when I went to get this steel for my bale chute that I just built here, yeah, it was full of this stinking stuff, so I need to go home and take a shower because it stinks. So I had an Instagram video going today pretty much all afternoon for a couple of, maybe an hour, 2 hours, on the build of this thing. Now I've got some people saying, oh no, that's not a bale extension, that's or bale chamber extension, that's just something to do with the chute. Well, you're wrong. It's a bale chamber extension. I spent pretty much the entire day welding these into here and making this super strong, just as strong as I can make them. Anyway, what I've done is I have added 2 feet of extension out the back of the baler. I'm gonna get some paint. I don't know if I can find paint for this thing, but I want to paint it before I go to the field because it'll just be rusty and ugly, even though the color of this thing is rusty and ugly. What I've done is I've taken 3/8 inch plate here. I shot it back into the original boards, 14 inches. Then I bought 3/16 inch plate steel and put it underneath there to take up the gap of the board and laminated it. I added 20 inches so that I would get all the way to the end here, and again 20 all the way across, and then I put 2 foot of diamond plate in and 2 foot of diamond plate out. And this is 3/16 also. So I've got a lot of support there. Now, what that is going to do is it is going to keep the bale from springing as it comes out the back. And it'll cause the bale to form better and stay tighter with less pressure on the boards. You just don't want a lot of pressure on the boards. And what is that hitting? Oh, that's what it's hitting. that thing floats up at the top. So there's plenty of room here on this that it cannot hit the supports that go up and down. So that's why I used 3/8. I could have used 1/2 inch, but I don't think that I would have gained anything. The pressure from this compressor or these cylinders is all right here. And I think that if I keep going out too far, I'm actually going to weaken it here. I don't think I need to do anything strength-wise to it here. I could, I guess, add plates in here or something, but I don't know. I think it's pretty strong. It's welded up right. The guys at Hesston did a good job. So if you go ahead and you look back, stand back at it a ways, it actually looks as though it is supposed to be that way. If I really wanted to increase the bale chambers, overall length, I would have extended that out the back and those on the top, but I just didn't feel it necessary to do that. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. It will make I'm trying to get a 1,500 to 1,800 pound bale out of this thing. That's what my goal is, my overall goal. I've got everything else on the baler is pretty much ready to go, with the exception of these little brushes that go in on the top of the plunger, and I'm not happy about those. This plunger is a little different than the older model balers, so I have to just do some work there and get that, under control. But anyway, now all I need is weather to straighten out. As you can see, Timothy, hey Tim, we're going home. I'm done for the day. It rained again. So I'm tired of this weather, every freaking day. It started raining on the 19th of July, and it hasn't stopped. It just keeps going. Just keeps right on going. I mean, what do you do when it's raining ooh, that's cold. What do you do when it's raining every day? Huh? So anyway, when it does decide to dry the hell out, I've got about 100 acres of hay that is mowed, laying on the ground with grass growing up through it. I'm going to have to go down with the tedders or just the mowers and remow it. You're going to make them rusty.
And gasoline.
Why do you got them in gasoline?
I can clean the PB blaster off of them.
Oh, okay. Anyway, Mr. Tim here's been drilling holes. These are for the brushes. These are for the brushes.
One of them like that, right?
That's right, so that the holes are together, and when the brushes go in, they just butt up against that piece of them bolts, and you clamp them. There's your buddy, Mr. Frogpot. Anyway, yeah, I would dump out that gas out here.
Light it?
Yeah, go ahead. Put it out there. You got a lighter?
Yeah.
Tim's cleaning up. Don't lose this steel. Now you've done it. And I wouldn't have that gas anywhere near. How many BTUs we get out of that? It'll only take a second. Chicken shit. You ain't even near it. Yeah, go downhill. Yeah, you'd think that would have burned, don't you? Crazy.
Well, because it was on water.
Oh yeah, look at all that hydrocarbon, man. Whatever. So that'll burn off real quick. How much was in there? About a pint? Cup full of gas? Look at all that. Somebody coming down the road to call the fire department on us. Aunt Beth comes out, she's gonna flip out on you. We can blame it on Carl, right?
Yeah.
No. Anyway. Yep, so that's that. We need rain to stop. We don't need rain. It can stop raining now for 3 months solid. I don't need rain for 3 months. Nobody needs rain right now for 3 months. I don't care. Let it dry up. Let the leaves fall off the trees. Just let me get my goddarn hay made. Anyway, I'm going home. I want to go see William and eat some supper. So I'll see you at home. Make sure that fire's out. See you next time.